let's see, what's next? Take the oil pump off, drop the oil pan. A bunch of shit's gonna come out when I flip the engine. Let's see if I can get this thermostat out. Come on, you booger. There we go. Thermostat. Go in that bucket. Water jacket. Gasket. Alright, well. Oh, look at that. See that little fucker right there? I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. Let me move my hat a little. That right there is an indicator that this engine came from a junkyard. That's their little warranty or ID marker or whatever. So this is a junkyard engine. It's probably one that I built somebody an engine, and in the deal is I got to keep their stock engine. Or they just didn't want it. That happens all the time too. You know, some people just don't have the place for them, don't have anywhere to keep them. It happens all the time. Alright, let's get this oil pump off. Where's my ratchet? Right here. Let's knock this guy back out. There we go. Sure is nasty right around here. That could be from a leaky timing cover gasket, or maybe the rear main or front main seal gasket. Let's see here. That's this Yahoo right here. Looks OEM because they're brown. Looks okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. Looks fine. But could be old. There is a VIN plate, so I can actually run this VIN number. It'll tell me what year it is, which is kind of cool. All right. Oil pump bolts. I think I'll just leave those in there and set them right there. Let's get a fresh paper towel. There goes my neighbor. Cool lady. Alright, there's the oil pump. Looks fine. Here, I don't really want to mix. Well, it's going to be a mix of everything when I tip this engine over. Alright, set that in there. Okay, the gasket. Now when you buy the engine rebuild gasket kit, it comes with all new gaskets. Oh, what the hell was that? Gremlins in my garage. Okay. It is oil, whatchamacallit time. Oil pan. So we will take the pin out. We will rotate. This is where shit gets everywhere. It's a pain in the ass. Just really no good. Sometimes I get lucky and balance this in the right spot. We'll let that drippy. Throw some more paper towels down. Soak up that coolant. Alright, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll come back when this is done drippy. And we're back. Get the oil pan off. I'm looking at the oil pan and it looks like it got smacked. This is a little pushed in right here and right here. Luckily it's a nice steel pan. I can just not tap, but pound it back out. But when this happens, your pickup is right underneath there and it makes it harder to suck up oil. Could be very bad. Man, I can't believe how dirty this thing is. It's nasty. Let's see, I need some more tubs. I got tubs galore. Let's see here. Where's a clean tub? There's one right there. Of course, I'll clean all these up when everything goes back together. Clean the block real good. Take the head, get it cleaned. And I'll still get everything checked for straightness. And if they're straight, then I'm not gonna whatchamacallit, deck it. You don't need to deck it if they're straight. Just clean the mating surfaces up real good. Yeah, see, now this has got the gray. I think that's what Toyota had from the factory, is a gray sealant. Man, I can't tell you how many of these I've taken apart. Uh-oh. I ran out of juice. No wheezing the juice. Where's my other drill? I think it's up there on the toolbox. Yeah, should be wearing gloves. Get the shit under my fingernails. Nasty. Take that battery in and put it on the charger. Hopefully there's not much of a glare. You guys can see everything. I got all the lights on in the shop or the garage. Don't know why those two aren't lit up. Or that one. Alright. Now what I use to pull the oil pan is I got these scrapers. I got this one. I should have a bigger one somewhere in here. That one. Dead blow hammer. Burp. And we just go around the edge. Ah! Oh, it's so nasty. Just like that. Alright, I guess I'll break down and put some gloves on, since I got some right here. Because man, that oil pan is dirty. Man, that is nasty. Everything looks fine in here. There, I'll just spin this thing back over again and oh god damn it. Some more drippy drippy. Oh boy. Gritty. Gritty, gritty. The oil pickup. And there should be a gasket right underneath there. There it is. Now the windage tray. 2 bolts, 2 nuts. Man, I mean, it's just pristine in here. I'll take it. Let's see. Now right here, man, there's some numbers right there. Now these numbers here match up to some numbers on the crank, and that tells you what size bearing you need for each position. You know, it'd be like a 2 and a 2 uses a number 2 bearing. A 2 and a 3 I think uses a number 3 bearing. And there's a cross-reference chart in Das Buch that tells you all that shit. Now, OEM bearings I think are about, God, I think they're $15 a pair, where you can buy a set of King or ACL for like less than 50 bucks, I think. I don't know, I'd have to go online and look. So it's, you know, it's a compromise as to, do you want OEM bearings? Spin a little more. Do you want a better bearing? Spin about the same. You know, it just boils down to preference. Let's see if I can get this oil filter off. Nice big dent in that. Jesus. Oh, nope. Alright, get that out of the way. Okay, I'm done with this. Done with this. I didn't even touch this one. Wipe the shit off. Make some room, and I guess we'll start pulling pistons. You know what? I'll keep this handy for when I take the head apart. I'll show you my trick to disassembling the head. Let's make some room here. Let's see here. Let's put the pistons and shit here. We'll take the head apart here. So I'm done with that guy. Alright, the rod bolts are 12 millimeters. Oh, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Are they, what is this, a 13? It's a 13. Well, that scared me for a second. Can you imagine a loose rod bolt? Holy cow. That's right. I don't have an 11. I go 10, 12. 12. Alright. Oh, that feels normal. Oh! God damn, motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Okay. Try not to make a lot of spillage with oil. Because you're working around it, you're stepping in it, the next thing you know, you track it in the house, you piss the wife off. I can't really blame that on the dog. I do get away with blaming a lot of stuff on the dog, but I can't blame that on the dog. Alright. Almost. Oh, not quite enough. Let's see, I need some more rags. I don't think I got any that are dirty. I put all this shit in the way. My rags are up there. Man, I got so many parts for shit I just don't need. So it's going to start to clean house. Start getting rid of shit. Alright. So, number one. What you do is you loosen them a little bit. Give them a little tap. That breaks the little suction between the two. Look at that pristine bearing, if you can see that. God, it looks brand spanking new. Might just reuse them. Okay, now for this trick, I have another tool. I've got a, let's see if it's in here. I hate it when I can't find the tool I'm looking for. That ain't long enough. I bet you it's in the other room. Let's see, I could probably... I don't think that's going to work. I got a real long tapered punch. And I use that to tap the piston out. Guess I can use this. Just be careful. You don't want to hurt the mating surfaces. And you don't want to hurt the bearing. So you kind of just give it a little push, a little incentive, and there you go. Number one. Also, see that little knob right there? That goes forward. Take that. This little guy right there. The other side, you'll see, nice and round. This side, got a knobber. That's the forward. Let's look at the piston. God, it looks immaculate. Does not look bad at all. Rings still turn. Oil rings tight. I will be replacing the rings. But man, everything looks great. Alright. Now let's do number 4. Bearing looks great. Oh, fuck. Just be real careful. Okay, so that one was Oh, I did. I dragged the thing across the bearing right there. Fucked it up. Oh, why was this guy so tight? That just feels like carbon. When I take some Scotch-Brite and clean these all off, I bet you these things are going to be... Ooh. Let's see. Okay, so here's where that damage is, right there. You can see that. There's some scoring right there in the piston. I might replace this piston. Well, there's probably no might about it. I will be replacing that piston. Oof. Well, that's all right. Let's see, so this is number 2. Ooh, there's a nice little groove right there. Can you see that? But there's no groove in the crankshaft. So it looks like I will be buying a set of bearings no matter what. Which I usually do anyway, so there's no reason talking about it. Yep, this one's got the matching set right there. Nice little groove. Now, for this video, or for tonight, because I'm kind of wearing out of gas, I'm not going to split the block. Okay. And look at that baby turn. Crankshaft journals look fantastic. Rod journals, I guess, look fantastic. So to split the block, you got 10 main bolts right here. You got 10 girdle bolts. There's 2 underneath here. There's also 1 underneath here. You got to take the doohickey that the filter screws onto. It screws into the block. You got to take that out and get the 10 bolts around to split the block. We will attack that at another time. Let's dive into the head since I'm already in a disassembly mood. Taking the head apart is pretty quick and dirty.